According to the World Health Organization, populations around the world are living longer than in the past, thanks to advances in medicine. It also says, however, that there is little evidence to suggest that older people today are experiencing their later years in better health than their parents. This is a big question for ourselves and for those who are currently studying the effects of aging and what can be done about it. Many people will tell you they don't want to live past 100. But why is this? Surely they would want to experience life for as long as possible. It probably has something to do with the images associated with old age, like infirmity, Alzheimer's, loss of mobility, wrinkly skin, etc. Fortunately, a number of scientists have been working in the background on ways to keep us younger for longer, and there are already human trials underway. What happens inside our bodies as we age? Our bodies are composed of trillions of cells. The DNA in the cells contain tightly wound up chromosomes. At the tips of each chromosome are telomeres, which can be compared to the plastic tip on shoelaces. These telomeres prevent our chromosomes from fraying each time the cells divide, which on average is between 50 to 70 times. But as we age, telomeres get shorter and begin to break off. This prevents cells from dividing successfully and causes senescence. Over time, as our immune system loses its efficiency due to aging, senescent cells or zombie cells become a problem for us. Senescent cells don't die like other cells and can trigger a lot of complications. They can cause a host of diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, and some cancers. Most cells die at the right time, but zombie cells don't. Scientists were able to destroy 80% of senescent cells in older mice without killing off the healthy cells by injecting them with senolytics, which cause these problematic cells to die. They found that the mice became healthier, their hearts and kidneys worked better, and their fur grew quicker. They also lived 30% longer than other mice and were far healthier. But what can the ordinary person on the street do to lengthen their telomeres while they are waiting for the results of human clinical trials? Studies show that meditating can help to lengthen telomeres. In one study, retreat participants meditated daily for 3 months and were compared with a waitlist control. The participants received instruction in concentrative meditation techniques and complementary practices used to cultivate benevolent states of mind. Psychological measures were assessed before and after the retreat. Blood cell samples were collected post-retreat for telomerase activity. The results showed that telomerase activity was significantly greater in retreat participants than in controls at the end of the retreat. Telomerase is an enzyme that lengthens telomeres. NAD is another essential molecule in the fight against aging. Our cells require NAD in order to function properly. As we age, NAD decreases, resulting in cognitive decline, fatigue, heart disease, and skin cancer. Again, there are clinical trials underway, and there are supplements available. However, it's always important to study and do your own research before taking any supplement. In the meantime, foods reported to boost NAD include certain types of tuna, salmon, sardines, and mushrooms. Also, intermittent fasting has been reported to be of benefit. But always check with your doctor. Do your own studying. Everybody is different, and what may be good for one could have a negative effect on somebody else. Autophagy, or auto meaning self and phagy meaning eat, is a very important component to longevity. Autophagy removes superfluous dysfunctional components of the cell. It also permits the recycling of parts of the cell. It does this by eating the damaged cells and reprocessing them. mTOR, or the mammalian target of rapamycin, is a protein that hinders autophagy. It has been linked to aging and diabetes through the insulin signaling pathway. mTOR functions through nutrient and growth cues, which has led scientists to believe that dietary restriction and mTOR are related in terms of longevity. When organisms restrict their diet, mTOR activity is reduced, which allows an increased level of autophagy, allowing for damaged cell components to recycle, which results in longevity. There are a number of different types of fasting, ranging from restricted time eating, when you fast for up to 16 hours, which includes your sleeping cycle, and eat during an 8-hour window. Then there is the 5-2 diet, where you eat a restricted number of calories, 500 for women and 600 for men, on 2 days, with a non-fast day in between, and you eat normally on the other 5 days. Longer fasts may also be undertaken. Sleep is another important factor in the fight against aging. Getting the right amount of sleep may contribute to a long and healthy life. Too little sleep and your health can suffer and result in heart disease, high blood pressure, obesity and diabetes. During sleep, the cells in your brain muscles and organs repair. In one study, British researchers discovered less than 5 hours of sleep doubled the risk of death from cardiovascular disease. However, oversleeping can also have negative effects on the body. So finding the sweet spot is important. SleepFoundation.org recommend that adults between 26 and 64 should get between 7 to 9 hours of sleep. For older adults, the sleep range recommended is 7 to 8 hours. So do your best to get your recommended amount of sleep. To conclude, while we await the results of clinical trials by scientists, there are some things we can do to help lengthen our telomeres, increase our levels of NAD and autophagy, like exercise, meditating, eating a healthy diet, fasting and sleep. In the meantime, people like the Australian biologist and professor of genetics at Harvard, Dr. David Sinclair, are busy beavering away trying to fix aging. We are living in exciting times. Until we meet again, thank you for watching and please hit the subscribe button for similar videos.